I want you to consider this. Human beings are the only living things we know of who are able to reflect upon themselves and their place in the universe. To me, those words incite curiosity, and do so precisely because I want to learn as much as I can about nature, the universe, everything. In my life, this has expressed itself through education. I tried studying a few things, but ended up majoring in physics, yet no matter how I earned my living, I've always been an educator and teacher as well. An educator is, per definition, a leader. Not only that, but if we are to follow Hersey and Blanchard and their disciples, an educator is a leader building her actions on the principles of state-of-the-art multiple-dimensional theories. The best teachers guide young people through a gradual and patient process towards developing themselves, as do most modern-minded managers with their employees. To be honest, there are many schools of leadership. The more recent ones seem to agree in their essence on one core principle, the application of empathy. You have to know about those you are supposed to lead on a deep level in order to help them develop themselves. In practical terms, of course, deep level is a challenging expression to grasp completely. You can't become best friends with everyone. You probably don't have to either. Just think of one of your employees and ask yourself a simple yes or no question. Can I trust this person? If the answer is yes, you do not need to be best friends. You can put a framework in place in which you can help her develop herself. If the answer is no, well, then there are underlying issues, which brings me to story. If you want to write about fictional characters, you need to know about them too, about their characterizations, their character. Characterization expresses here how a person behaves in the framework of her life, while character mirrors something deeper than this. In story lingo, character rises to the surface when a figure makes a choice under pressure. The question I posited above then changes. Can I trust myself to write this character? If yes, I can easily write her into a setting suitable for the story. If the answer is no, I should probably not write her into my story at all. I found that it is also possible to turn this around. By thinking about the people around you in terms of characterization and character, you do get to know them. And no, I don't write any real-life people into my stories. What I think about, though, is this. Imagine your kid being bullied at school for being an outsider. This is a problem of environment and culture at the particular school, perhaps even in a particular country. You can, in principle, at least move away. Now, imagine your kid being bullied at school for being shy and crying under pressure. How likely is it that the bullying will continue at a different school? Solutions to real-life problems can become vastly different if the problem is one of characterization as opposed to character. I should note that in this, as in any other example, there is no clear line between characterization and character. Pressure situations, however, and how you react to them define your character. The same is true for a figure in a story. Go and read a good book. How often does your favorite protagonist make choices under pressure? How often do these choices make you feel more connected to her? The methods of story help me be conscious of who people are. Knowing who people around me are helps me make them better. From story to empathy to leadership. For me, it all started with science and the curiosity that comes with it. As a scientist, I have a tendency to set the bar high and to know how to get there. It's what happens when you train to know exactly what you don't know. It is for this reason that I believe one should not be surprised to find a scientist being interested in, and as I hope I can say, being able to lead in a way different from Frederick Taylor's scientific management.